All right. We are ignoring chat, but chat, feel free to respond to whatever shenanigans we get up to over here.
No, chat, you're not allowed. No, chat, be quiet.
He
Nobody's
can't-
allowed to talk.
You can't see chat.
Only us.
All right, Mackie, go ahead and get us
I
started.
can't see chat.
All right, everybody, quiet. We're about to tell a story about space. So, in the cosmos, in life in general, perhaps, the pursuit of happiness, maybe even wealth, just desire in general, is sought out by everybody. Maybe it's not wealth. Maybe it is the comfort of others, the success of yourself on a personal level. Regardless, the pursuit of happiness is something that is ever present in life. Because of this, many people seek out different goals, different meanings. And the capitalist venture has become the goal and meaning of many a life in the packed worlds and throughout the cosmos. One of these corporations, Phoenix Forge, makes its profits off of the redistribution, the recreation of anything that is broken, misused, abandoned, or otherwise useless in function. Anyone signing up for these jobs is promised a full-time contracted career with a exotic, almost foreign to some people, location to work at. Abandoned cities, planets without names, very promising to adventurers and to explorers alike. However, some people are less than fortunate. In fact, you might say that they have the worst luck of all. For these people have been assigned to a small red moon, light years away from the packed worlds, away from any civilization, a place called Redmire. As I said before, it is small. It is sort of a red, dusty, almost desert-like planet with days that last 12 hours, nights that last 12 hours for a full 24-hour cycle. It is here that our 3 player characters reside, for they work for the Phoenix Forge company. I know we already had a pre-show where you guys introduced your characters, but since this is where the podcast portion of this will start, I would very much appreciate it if you would go ahead and do that again, starting with Cody, playing Dieselbub.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Cody. I play Dieselbub. He is a mechanic, a tiefling, an ace pilot, and as Mackie so perfectly put it in the character sheet description, the sexiest, slightly demonic mechanic in the packed worlds. Now, as a mechanic, I have my myself a drone, a little buddy. Much like Redmire and the way the Phoenix Forge carries itself, repurposed what once may have been seen as garbage. I repurposed him, and now instead of being a battle drone, he still has some of that functionality, but I utilize him as a assistant in my shop where I work on vehicles, spacecraft, etc. At the service of Redmire and Phoenix Forge. That's Dieselbub, baby.
All right. I love it. I love him in the most homosexual manner.
In the gayest way possible. I mean, that art of Dieselbub has like pretty daddy energy.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
We're already off to a very gay start, and I'm very here for it.
All right. If that's the case, Lynn, how about you tell us about your non-binary being, known as Gopal,
Yes.
by some, if you subscribe to that.
If you subscribe to that.
Mackie has already hit unsubscribe. He gets 0 email notifications about Gopal. Well,
I can't believe Gopal is already Twitch partnered. That's insane.
They have the check mark and everything.
I am 100% verified
Certified,
on every platform.
Certified Gopal.
Okay, but go on, Lynn. Tell us about Gopal.
Yes. So Gopal is, to put it in the most lighthearted, loving way, a total dweeb. They have big aspirations, but often fall short of these things. They started out as like kind of a like scholarly like professor type at some like big university-esque system from their home planet.
University adjacent.
Yes. And they're now on this poor, sad red moon. And my little character description is a soon-to-be Lashuntan captain with a name as genderless as it is lame. Gopal does not agree with this, but Mackie certainly does.
Mackie subscribes to that.
Yes.
I do subscribe to that description.
And I pass it on to Cullen.
Oh, I don't know if you mentioned this, Lynn. What does Gopal do for the Phoenix Forge Company? Or maybe just in Redmire. Maybe they work at the local general store, Astor's, or at the local bar, the Drain Pipe.
I think they would probably have like just some really like small dead-end job. So probably like the general store or something.
Okay.
Space Bucks. Combination Space Bucks Arby's.
Oh no, not again.
No, combination Space Bucks Starbies.
Anyways. So you work at the general store Astor's. Okay, cool. Cullen, go ahead. Tell us about your girl Ela.
Hey, I'm Cullen. I'm going to be playing Ela. Ela is rough on the outside, to say the least, but secretly cares about people, but hides that by acting like they hate them. Ela can and will beat you up. She is a Yusoki rat person. She is very punk. She plays music and likes music that probably no one else in their right mind would like because it's so abrasive. But to her, that's what music is about. According to Mackie, she is a Yusoki who became a miner so her music could be underground on all levels. But yeah, she's a cool rat girl.
Also, I just wanted to clarify that Gopal has big like step on me energy.
Step on me. Ela will step on them.
I know.
Oh no.
Oh God, I love the eventual image that's gonna come up whenever Dieselbub and Ela get into some kind of argument, and it's just this very tall, buff tiefling and this very short Ahsoki, and they're just having an argument. Maybe she's punching him in the shins or something. Who knows?
Oh,
also, oh no, you go ahead, Mackie.
Okay. I was just going to sort of clarify. Some of you may not be familiar with Starfinder. I don't know if Lynn mentioned. They mentioned that Gopal was a Lashunta, but a Lashunta is a humanoid, basically a human with antenna, almost like Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy. I think would be a good way to describe them.
Yep.
And of course, those antennae give them some special properties like minor telepathy and Mage Hand if you play like 5e. But despite that, pretty much kind of like a human. Continue. What were you saying, Cullen?
Human, but better. Oh, I just wanted to shout out the artist who did this icon for me, because they did it yesterday, in a day, which was very nice of them. So I just want to shout out their Twitter to like, or the people who are watching. They're at Blackfeint, BLVCKFEINT, and they do cool stuff. Check them out. They did this for me and very, very quickly.
Support artists.
We haven't. I wasn't sure if we had. So
it'll be Ela's battle token whenever we transition to the battle maps.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Which actually will be fairly soon, because now that everybody has finished their description, I'm going to set the scene. Right now, all three of you have gotten off of work, and you decided, like you always do, to retire to the Drain Pipe, a local bar that's ran by a human sibling pair, one Scotty Rose and one Kimber Rose. They are currently busy giving drinks to about a dozen people who are also off shift. I'd say they're busy because right now everybody is going hog wild watching a extremely popular television program called Within the Ring of Fire. It's a sort of gladiatorial / America's Got Talent / Battle Royale kind of event that happens once a year. It's very big news in media, and it is a beloved pastime. Now, when I say everybody in this bar, that does include you. So if anybody wants to describe what they are doing, right now the tournament itself is in its final stretch. Someone's about to be crowned victor. And yeah, go ahead and just, what are you doing? What would you guys be doing?
Hila is absolutely in the crowd, like cheering on this violence.
All right.
Dieselbub's probably just at the bar, enjoying just a very simple beer. Nothing. I mean, I imagine Redmire probably has the Pabst Blue Ribbon equivalent to beer.
Yeah, after the fall of Terra, or as Kimber and Scotty call it, Earth, Pabst Blue Ribbon was one of the only brands to survive in its culture.
I hate that.
Like a cockroach.
So he's probably
obliterate the planet, but
oh my god, he's probably drinking that swill then, since it's cheap and it's all he can afford. But he also has Wrecker there with him, kind of on autopilot, just set to follow him around wherever he goes. He's glancing every now and again at one of the monitors, probably behind the bar because he has nothing else to look at. Otherwise, he's just enjoying a beer, maybe making small talk with anybody who might be around.
All right.
Roopel is hiding in the quietest corner of the bar, like kind of just people watching. They're very excited because they got this cool new like fizzy drink, and they like watching the like weird bubbles in it, and they get excited about really weird things. And I guess they have a favorite person from the show, and like they're secretly like rooting for them, like underdog style, but they just kind of hide because people are scary.
All right. Right now on the TV, like our two competitors, one being a man, Panzer. He is a Loxodon, so like an elephant folk. He is going head to head against a Kazathosian. Is that how you say it? The Kazathos, the four-armed sort of nomadic race in Starfinder. They are currently going head to head with each other, and right now everyone's freaking out because the Rindalarian has just been released into the fight as a third competitor. The Rindalarian being a sort of jet black sphere that has been perfectly designed to be a killing machine, supported by 4 bladed tendrils, and of course adorned with its classic sort of green cyber highlights and accents. Currently, people don't really try to call it the Rindalarian because it's kind of a little bit pretentious. Instead, they just call it the Death Orb. And in fact, some people are so into the Death Orb that you can actually subscribe to its premium Twistagram book space, which gives you a first-person view of the Rindalarian doing its work.
It's OnlyFans page.
Yeah, it's OnlyFans page.
Pay $25.99 a month to get a hold of Death Orb feet pics, exclusive here.
I really hope my mom does not watch this and then ask me what that means.
Twistagram book space?
Twistagram book space.
That's a question for the ages.
Oh my god.
What is a foot pic?
Speaking of which, speaking of feet pic, no.
What?
Dieselbub, you're sitting down and you are sipping on that PBR, and a familiar face walks up and takes a seat next to you. It is one of your coworkers, Razai. He is a Shirin, like a bipedal insectoid. He has this sort of sickly yellow skin and these beady black eyes. He sits down to you, and you notice that on his shoulder is his bot, who he calls Iago. Iago is a stealth bot, kind of shaped almost like a spider. And he has his tablet open in front of him where he is watching the Rindalarians' first-person feed.
All right. Razai, I knew you were a bit of a fan, but you're actually paying for that. We don't get a whole lot of credits here. You're telling me you're spending what little we make on FPV view of Death Ball, Death Orb, whatever the kids call it these
Is
days.
FPV feet pick view?
So without breaking eye contact from his tablet, he's like, fuck off. Look, this thing is absolutely incredible. I have no idea how they made this, but the way I'm looking at it, I'm learning right now. Maybe I can figure out something about the Rindalarian.
You want to try to find some way to turn Iago into a miniature Death Ball?
Now you're talking.
Okay. Well,
he says, speaking of which, when are you and Wrecker gonna 1v1 us in the pit? And he sort of motions towards these stairs that are like directly behind the bar that lead to this fighting pit that occasionally people will bet credits on to watch people or bots duke it out.
now, Razai, you know that's not 100% my speed. Wrecker might be well built, but I'm not looking to put him into any pits anytime soon.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd tell you in case you were interested.
Well, I'll tell you what, you keep studying the Death Orb, maybe I'll put a few credits on your boy Iago there. Who knows? He might turn into something pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe. And we're going to transition over to you, Ela. You are also in the crowd. And a fellow coworker who is a guy you've never seen before, and you probably may never see him again. The turnover for the miners is pretty high, whether it be from accidental death or maybe they get transferred, luckily. They come and go very often. And he has his bids on the Kazathasian woman, and he's going to ask you if he wants to, or if you want to put in a bid yourself, if you want to bid for the Kazathasian woman, or if you want to bid for Panzer the Loxodon. Or not bid at all. You could be conservative, but I will say that you are very rich compared to our other two PCs.
Yeah. Fucking. So what does he say to me?
So everybody is kind of like really, really hype right now. There's a lot of chatter. People are like drinking, they're spilling their drinks, and he kind of like nudges you on the shoulder, and he says, "Ela, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get in on this? Or I think this lady's about to like whoop this elephant ass."
No, I'm just here for the spectacle. I'm just here to see some heads roll.
Okay. I'll double down if you get in on it. Look, he says. He leans over to you and he kind of whispers, he's like, if we both bet, we can split our earnings 50-50. You bet for the Loxodon, I bet for the Kathasian woman. Either way, it's a surefire way to get some money.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
I say to him and go back to looking at the screen and pay no attention to him anymore.
All right. And Gopal, is there anything you would like to do, maybe interact with any of the patrons, the bartenders, anything like that?
What kind of like people are like surrounding me? Like I'm in a pretty quiet area compared to like the rave pit that's like going on in front of the TV. But
So I will say right now, no one's really sitting over by you. Like you said, there's like a rave pit in front of the TV, and that's kind of like sweeping up most people. But soon enough, Scotty kind of takes over the bar, and Kimber kind of walks over to you, and she sits down like at the table next to you, and she's already reading books on her tablet like she always does.
Okay. Am I familiar enough with Kimber that I would know, like maybe at least like a first name basis?
Yeah, everybody's familiar with the bartenders. The thing about Drainpipe is it's an incredibly reliable and lucrative business because in a job like this, everybody has to drink.
Fair enough. Okay. I think I'm gonna go like wander over to Kimber's table and like just kind of like put my arms up and go, "Hey, what you reading?"
I thought it was going to be good, but she kind of like shuts her tablet because yes, we have bendable tablets now. It's the future. And she's like, it was supposed to be an adventure novel about this young Yosoki boy who teams up with a Vesk man. It's just drivel. It's not even stimulating in the slightest. She kind of like does the whole the motion where she like sort of pinches her forehead, and you can tell there's something kind of like weighing on her a little bit.
Gopal being quite dense completely misses that.
Okay.
But immediately goes on to like talk about all the books that they've been reading, and like it's very different from the kind of stuff that Kimber's been interested in of like these action adventure novels. Gopal's very excited about textbooks, but they're very passionate to share their love of books nonetheless. So they're like, I'm assuming they probably have like a bag with them from like, you know, book enthusiasts just kind of like carry stuff. So like whips out their like stack of like, I'm assuming tablets, because God knows they don't have enough space on one.
Right.
And like just this hefty stack and like flipping through the digital pages of like, look at all this stuff I've been learning, and like being as geeky about it as possible.
Yeah. Anything nonfiction, and even some of the anything nonfiction, Kimber's not really acquainted to. But most of the fiction books that you list off, she is well versed. She's a complete bibliophile.
Nice. So we are probably both the same in that regard, just in the different halves of the digital library. So I'm sure she has like the fiction half, and then I stay almost entirely in the nonfiction. So.
Right. You two have definitely played around with the idea of a book club on the moon, but no one really reads besides you two, not at that extent at least.
Yeah.
So she's become well acquainted with the idea that you two are just going to talk about books until one of you croaks.
Cool.
And by the way, if you want to transition Cody to the battle map, I've kind of set up our tokens to where they would be.
All right. Also, stay tuned for our soon-to-be-announced sister podcast, Reading on Redmire with Gopal and Kimber.
I am already here for it. But yeah, like Gopal's just very excited to have someone to like share their passions with. But you can see like their face kind of drop a little bit as they're like remembering their life on their home planet of like doing research for university adjacent place. I'm just like, I wish I still had that teaching job. Because like Gopal was kind of a mess at it, of like the absent-minded professor type who can't keep their shit together but is very excited to be doing it nonetheless. But since they lost their job there and basically got kicked out of the university, like they end up on this dusty red ball. And here we are.
All right. Kimber kind of understands that sentiment, and she kind of lets her like auburn hair down from the bun that it was in, just to relax, you know. And she's like, "Well, maybe once you get off this place, you can teach people about what you learned here. Maybe not on an academic level, but you're bright. I'm sure you've picked up some life lessons."
That implies that we're ever leaving here.
Her face kind of grows very sullen, and she murmurs something.
Did I catch any of that, or?
Make a perception check. First roll of the game.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're rolling a dice.
Heck yeah. Okay. To perception, I have a total of +3. So.
Oh, big hand.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all. My
Cody, are we on the battle map or on the
We're on
player?
the battle map, but I'll go to the
Okay.
player screen.
Okay, good.
yeah, okay. Just to explain to like our audience, my laptop has a camera in the bottom left corner, which is the most ridiculous bullshit I've ever
It's-
possibly seen.
What
It's really
terrible
good.
placement.
But like, it's the worst. Why would anyone ever do that? But yeah, so if you ever see me like typing anything, you're gonna see like this crazy scary monster hand coming at you. Please don't fear for your life.
Lynn is about to vibe check all of you.
Okay, Gopal got a 13.
Okay. You don't quite hear what all she says, but you're able to pick up better chance than me.
Okay. I think Gopal's going to just leave it at that, because they don't really want to like pry. And they're also just very uncomfortable at comforting people. So I guess they're just gonna kind of like nod sullenly and like bury their head back in some textbook.
Okay. Very soon, a sound emerges from a hallway that you know to be where the front entrance is, and you hear the consistent pat of boots on this wood floor. And in walks in another Lashuntan, this time being a male Lashuntan. He is the chief of the guard here. His name is Zot, just Zot, like Z-O-T with like the two German like dots above the O's. I forget what that's called.
Maybe
Dots.
Not, I think.
Who knows? I'm not a linguist. Anyways, he walks in. He has two guards behind him, and everybody kind of quiets down when he walks in, and he gives off this like sort of almost wicked smile as he looks past everybody to the TV, and very slowly everybody kind of gets back into that groove. You know the guard here to be extremely abrasive and corrupt, abuse of authority, the whole 9 yards of a bad authoritarian system. And as he walks by you and Kimber Gopal, he makes eyes with her and he smiles, and in sort of like a calm and collected tone, he says, "Miss Rose," and she kind of just doesn't even respond to him.
Dieselbub's been like eyeing Zote ever since he entered, just kind of side-eyeing him, keeping an eye on him. Whenever he says this to Kimber, can he pick anything up, like any kind of intention behind it, or can he even hear it over the crowd?
Yeah, you can try to hear it over the crowd with a perception check.
All right.
Or if you want, I won't even like make you hear that. If you want to make a sense motive check instead to get his like demeanor, and go ahead.
Right. I have a +1 to sense motive and a +4 to perception, but I'll do the sense motive since that makes more sense here. That's a 6 total, baby.
Zote drinks a lot, so he probably sees Kimber a lot. So he
Yeah.
probably is just saying hi to Kimber.
Gotcha.
Can I also try that? Because I was about to ask if I heard it before Cody was asked.
Okay,
if he
yeah.
heard
He has sort of a demanding presence anyway, so it wouldn't be unlikely for you to also try to pick up on the situation.
This isn't
Assuming
fair.
close
Ela
regard, if I
has...
use sense motive,
I'm sorry, what?
is it okay if I use sense motive?
Yeah.
I figured because I figured I can probably hear him.
This isn't
You
fair.
are also
Ela
being
has
watched.
big mouse
I got it
ears.
too.
Oh, never mind. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Getting
Yeah,
all the bad
you-
rolls out early.
That's a 4 total.
You don't really see Zote a lot as it is because he doesn't go down to the mines. He doesn't care about like the working condition or what happens in the mines. So yeah, you don't really pick up anything from it.
Who the fuck is this dude?
I mean, you know him, but like you don't know him. You know?
Yeah.
How familiar is Gopal with Zote?
I would say your base knowledge is what I described when he came in.
Okay.
And your boss asked her, she really does not like Zote.
Okay. I think Gopal kind of is like very much a pushover and like a little bit of like a kiss up bootlicker type. So they just kind of like go along with whatever happens.
Okay.
But like underneath of that is like simmering like contempt.
Okay. He walks by both you, Gopal, and you, Ela, and sits down at the bar next to Dieselbub. And he says, Scotty, how about you get your sister back to work? I want her to make me a drink. Scotty kind of pauses for a minute. He's like, yeah, she just got on break, but I'm sure I could get her to... Hey, Kimber, do you mind helping Zote out? She is very hesitant for a moment, and she stands up and walks back over to the bar and says, okay, what's it gonna be? And he's all like, a dark and stormy, just like every other night. And yeah, she starts making it. And yeah, Cody, if you want to say anything, by all means, you have the floor. You're right next to the guy.
Dieselbub doesn't particularly care for the captain. He knows all about the things that he does. His motives, the way he does things, it's not subtle, right? It's kind of like a common knowledge thing on Redmire.
Yeah, because like he doesn't really have to be subtle because who are they gonna call? Police?
Ghostbusters. But he doesn't. Yeah, he knows all about how Zote runs things, and he doesn't want to draw. He's pretty happy with his place where he works. Repairing ships, working on things like that, and he knows that Zote at any moment could very easily just change that or make his life a living hell. So for right now, for as much of a dick that Zote is being, he's not going to push anything right now. He's just going to sit idly by and keep sipping on a swill.
Okay. So everybody's attention is sort of grabbed to the TV as the whole crowd erupts. The Kazathosian woman has beaten Panzer in a duel to the death, and she is named the latest victor of Within the Ring of Fire. And because of this, she is now going to have a private dinner with the owner, or I guess the owner of the contest, a hobgoblin named Horus. And very quickly, almost as soon as it happened, she is sort of taken behind scenes, treated for her wounds, gives a little bit of a speech about dedication and hard work and the friends that she lost to win this new title. And the screen goes black. And then, just like every other year, the fire of the Within the Ring of Fire competition dies.
Right as the show ends and everything, and the screen goes black and it's silent for a moment. I think Dieselbub just takes one last drink of his Paps. Puts a couple extra credits on the bar as a tip, maybe 5 credits on the bar as a tip. And says, "Kimber, Scotty, you two take care of yourselves tonight." And he starts heading for the door.
Okay. As you sort of like transfer your credits for the drink and stand up, you hear a low humming coming from outside, and slowly it starts to grow louder and louder, and eventually there is a shaking of the walls of the drain pipe. And almost instantly, as soon as that shaking starts, it gets violent. And what you can only describe as an earthquake happens.
Okay. I mean, Dieselbub's immediate reaction is to duck under the nearest table. He probably yells, "Everybody get down!" and just ducks for the first table.
Okay. Let me do a quick little roll.
The table avoids Dieselbub.
Like 2 people
table
actually
and,
get
like-
down.
Oh wow, no one heard that. Okay, cool. Just trying
On
to
the
help.
table, Dieselbub's feelings are hurt.
So after you get down,
Can I
and go ahead.
can I see if there's anything going on outside? Like
Yeah.
peek out the door.
You peek out and you see just like the usual view, which is sort of like a almost like, like the classic Old West, like Main Street with like buildings on each side, mostly being tenements for like workers to live in, but also Astra's place is there. And you see a bunch of the red dust of the planet has been kicked up, maybe like a couple of miles in the distance. And there seems to be something going on.
Okay, so not like red dust there's a cloud of red dust over everything. Like a couple miles out there is
Yeah, it's like a billowing, like imagine like a smokestack, but of that red dust.
Okay, so
Okay.
hold on. We felt this earthquake, but it wasn't like super close to us.
No, it was something big.
Oh well, Dieselbub feels a bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
He stands up from underneath the table and just kind of, as bashfully as a tiefling can look, maybe his cheeks get a little rosy or something. He just kind of proceeds to try and leave the bar again.
If you all want to make intelligence
Okay.
checks, that would be great.
Yeah.
Just
So-
base intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah. Good rolls.
Yeah.
Good rolls.
Don't forget to add your
tonight,
modifiers
and-
too.
Yeah.
I've got a
yeah.
15
So that,
total.
For me, I've got an 8 total. I just want to say,
I got 11.
All right.
Ela's guess is that this was an explosion, and that like a large explosion far away enough to shake this, and that there's going to be a shockwave soon. So Ela's going to try to find a space that she thinks is somewhat safe from that.
And I think my response to this is going to be Gopal's response in almost every situation, which is basically their version of Google it. So like they're gonna start going
Like
through their
earthquake nearby? Question mark.
yeah, just going through their books to see if they can like figure out anything that would be relevant to the situation.
Is Redmire exploding? I rolled a 15. Do I glean anything from this?
Is Redmire
Yeah.
pregnant?
What you know about, I guess, like those symptoms, probably a ship went down, and
Okay.
You have plans with these other individuals in the bar about a ship being down. In fact, you've been working on a ship very recently to maybe just high-end it out of here. Like screw the contract. We got to get out of here kind of situation. And something that's really been holding you back is just the lack of parts. So knowing what you know, this is a very opportunistic turn of events.
Okay. Realizing this, the first thing I do is I look at Zote and see what Zote's doing currently.
He is currently looking into a wrist-mounted sort of LED of a tablet, and he is trying to get in contact with other people on the guard about this crash because it's going to be taken apart, it's going to be sent to the engineers, and they're going to find some way to repurpose those parts as they do. He also wants to know if there's any survivors, but as he is talking, there's some sort of interference going on, and he can't quite get through.
Okay.
Through his teeth, he just grits out some bitch, and he kind of bangs on the LED.
Okay. So you were saying that I was working with some other people in the bar. You were talking about Gopal and Hila, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've all had a what if scenario that kind of became more and more a passion project.
Right.
Is there a form of TMZ on this planet?
Oh yeah.
Like the fastest news source. Because this is
not dedicated to this planet, but you can definitely access a news source on this planet.
I want to look through all the news sources, search this planet for most recent stuff, see if there's something within the past couple of seconds. Because Hila still thinks this is an explosion, and maybe this planet is about to not exist.
Yeah, let me
possibly
see. Perhaps do a
mayhaps
do a. I guess let's do just a random D20 just for luck.
Maybe a culture check?
Culture? Yeah, let's do culture. Do culture.
Culture. I have a +1 total, so that's a 14.
Okay. So you come across an article that was literally just posted. Someone who had seeded a server for the Within the Ring of Fire tournament, because recently Ring of Fire is going on, just found out that an officially branded Ring of Fire vessel has gone down and has crashed on a small moon.
Hey, I'm a put 2 and 2 together and go over, or at least try to go over there as quickly as I can to see if I can loot.
Okay. Do you want to say anything to your co-conspirators?
Yeah, sure. I'll run. What was your character's name, Lynn? Gopal. I'll run by Gopal and Dieselbub and just poke them each on the shoulders, hey, let's. I show them the article, hey, let's go loot.
Yeah.
Did I find anything from my searchings?
Your searchings, not particularly. You didn't really find anything that would suggest any sort of natural phenomenon, especially in a place as barren as Redmire.
Gotcha. Okay. So I try to frantically explain to Hila, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't think it's a natural disaster, but I don't know a lot about this planet's internal composition, and the rambling just starts of every single thought that has run through Gopal's mind in the past 2.5 minutes all of a sudden just comes out of their mouth at 2,000 miles an hour.
Oh, Gobel, actually, I think it's the cross-phase flux diverter at half the frequency of the plane wave variance. Something like omega 6 or omega 5.3 dissolutions. I think that's it.
Ela is not
What are
that
you
smart.
reading off of?
Yeah, I know. Ela is techno-babbling at Gopal to make fun of them.
And I'm like immediately trying to like process this and like these words, they make sense to me like apart from each other, but then you like string them together in this order and like I start trying to like take it apart and like start taking notes.
Shout out to the subreddit VX Junkies, by the way, which is
Oh
just
my
technobabble, the subreddit, and they act
Dieselbub,
like it's serious.
Dieselbub, seeing that those two are still kind of having a goof conversation, puts his hand on Ela's shoulder and says, "That's enough, Gopal. She's messing with you. Let's go." He starts heading towards the door.
Okay, I think you will all be
Also,
very
Ela,
to know that.
Ela,
Go ahead, Colin.
Ela flinches because she's not used to people touching her who don't want to fight her or want to take advantage of her. But because she has somewhat of a rapport with Dieselbub, she will tolerate this transgression.
Okay. So, like I was saying earlier, you will all be very pleased to know that our head of the guard, Zote, has rolled a 2 to hear you guys plainly talking about this contraband looting that you're going to be doing.
Yeah, my plan was to go outside and hit you guys up with the comms unit, but thanks, Ela.
Also, Lynn, don't forget, as a Lashunta, you have a basic form of telepathy that you can use to speak with your teammates without having to use any sort of verbal component of communication.
Okay, nice. How much control over this telepathy do I have? Like, am I pretty familiar with it?
Yeah, you've had it since you were like a child. It's like natural to you, like breathing.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this would be like something that I like frequently lose control of and like I just start like solar like blasting every thought that's running through my brain at everyone in the nearby vicinity.
Okay, if Lynn crit fails on something, can that be a consequence? Because that would make for a really interesting consequence.
Oh my goodness.
Perhaps. I'll think about it.
Yeah, I've had like characters that like if they roll like crit fails, like narcolepsy is a thing that they had, which was fun. But yeah, so I'm just like frantically like going over my notes, even as Dieselbub is like, yeah, she's lying to you. Like, trying to piece it all together, like there's something to be had here. 5 Sigma, 4 Sigma, what is this? This is related to spin.
All right, so
have to do with this.
You like Cody said, Dieselbub's like leaving the bar. Which Cody, if you want to go back to the Discord feed instead of the battle map, I will be preparing for the next scene.
Yep.
All right. Let me just get this fixed. Yeah, so you walk back out to the I'll just call it the main street of Redmire. And everybody else has kind of just gone back to drinking. They didn't really see much of a reason to be that worked up. They know the guard's just going to take care of it. So, yeah. Is there anything you would like to do now that you are outside?
I know that resources are very limited on Redmire. Basically, the only things we own are the things that we wear, and in my case, Wrecker.
Your drone.
Right. Is there any sort of vehicle service or maybe like some kind of public personal transport service that we can utilize to get around Redmire more efficiently, or is it all just foot traffic?
I would say that
Space
you guys
Uber.
Spoober.
You guys would have access to some like very rudimentary motorbikes. Just because like, you know, the mines aren't right outside of town. You got to do some driving.
Right.
And neither is the repurposement zone where the engineers work to use those minerals that have been mined up, what very few minerals there are, and also like, wreckage from ship crashes per se.
Right.
Yeah, so you could probably rent one of those.
Okay. How
I
much
feel
does
like
renting one of
Ela-
those cost?
It'd cost you like 5 credits.
No.
Considering Ela has like, I put a lot into engineering. I feel like Ela has a somewhat sketchy, but functional, like DIY sort of thing made out of parts that she's found.
Right.
So she's just
That feels like the Redmire police force might not like that very much, based on what I know.
it's kind of hidden away.
Uh-huh.
She's
Make-
threw a tarp on it.
Make an,
Tarp
make,
on it, yeah.
make an engineering check to see if you would have been able to scrap something together.
Is that a 7? That is a 7.
Okay. Wow, okay, 14. Yeah, you've basically done the exact same thing with those bikes, but it's free now. Because it's yours.
Hell yeah.
Gopal doesn't know how to drive.
And maybe perhaps that's the reason you have so much more than your co-conspirators, credits wise, because you haven't had to pay $5 to go to work.
Oof.
Precisely.
I remember living
But
that
like
life.
I try to make it look like them so it can hide in plain sight, but also it just like doesn't function if people try to pay credits
Mm-hmm.
to use it. So it's like, oh, this one's broken.
Okay, I like that.
I'm just
Sure.
thinking like headcanon how it's not been confiscated yet.
No, I like that. I will let you get away with that. That's pretty good, actually.
I think just like out of habit, Dieselbub just goes ahead and drops 5 credits into one. Do these things have sidecars or like storage units for moving materials and carpooling?
I'll say it has like a saddlebag. You don't need much to go to work.
Right.
Well, what about Cody's companion?
Wrecker?
Does he-
Can it move on? Or it's a drone. It can move on its own, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he moves at 30 feet per second though, like everybody else does.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ain't
I
very
wasn't
he
sure
ain't
if
no
it was like a slower thing on wheels.
no, he ain't no vehicle speed boy.
Okay.
Because the thought was put Gopal in the sidecar and then throw throw Wrecker on the back. I guess I would just set Wrecker to follow me, and I would tell Gopal to hop on the back, and we can try our damnedest to get 2 people on one of these things, since we know Gopal can't drive.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. But yeah, I think okay, what we need to think about how we're approaching this. What direction did the ship land in, and do we know like and is it in the same direction as Dieselbub's shop that he works at?
No, it's basically in the opposite direction. It's out in like the boonies where nothing is. Like it's the place where you go if you want to like starve to death and die of dehydration.
Gotcha.
Fun.
Would it make sense for there to be a pathway where we could go towards Dieselbub's shop and then cut around and maybe not through direct sight of the bar and then head towards the direction of the crash? That way Zote doesn't see us. I feel like we've done similar runs beforehand, trying to avoid the guard to get parts for the ship. And I feel like this might be, not
Right.
rudimentary, but practice of sorts.
Some routine.
Yeah.
I'll say that you can do one of 2 things.
Okay.
You can do that, but you will probably be a little later than you could if you just went directly there, or you can attempt a stealth check to kind of like not be as obvious. Like the guarantee is like the first option's a guarantee you will get there without being noticed, just late or later than you would. and the other one's like a risk it for the biscuit kind of thing.
Right. As a tiefling, I have deceitful, which means I get a +2 to stealth. So that might not be awful. Do I have anything else in stealth? I don't think he's a sneaky boy. Oh, but my dexterity is super high. You know what? Yeah, I think Dieselbub would see this as an opportunity to like he knows that Zote isn't on his way out yet. Zote's distracted. And he knows that if they go now, they can beat the guard. So yeah, I have a total of +7 on a stealth roll, and then I guess the others follow suit and they get the benefits as well.
No, but I will say since it's night, I'll give you guys a +2 circumstance bonus to the stealth check.
Okay, all right, so +9 total.
Hila's gonna see that Dieselbub's taking that route, and she's gonna take her own different route. So it's not like all these 3 people are going this way. That's not suspicious at all, right?
Okay. Are you wanting to take the delayed route and just?
I'm taking a different delayed route. So like, Dieselbub might go left, Hila goes right.
Okay, so you're not taking the delayed route. You want to make the stealth check and go directly there, but not in the same.
No. A separate indirect route.
So you're taking the.
Okay, well, Dieselbub
is the long route.
Okay, yeah,
a different long route.
Okay, yeah, Dieselbub is not taking the long route. He's going direct.
We're shooting straight there, homie.
Yeah, Dieselbub's going straight there, but making the stealth check,
which was an 11, by the way.
Yeah.
3 + 9. Let's go. No, 3 + 9 is 12.
Be a bit more careful and take the long route.
Okay, you're gonna take the long route.
Yeah.
All right.
3 + 9 is 12, not 11. And I know the DC was 11.
All right, Gopal, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm kind of on the back of Dieselbub's little bike, so I'm kind of just going with him for now.
Okay.
Do you want me to make any kind of rolls to like not fall off the bike or something like that?
No, if you're going with him, his stealth roll applies to you as well. All right. So as you take off into the night, you do sort of get to a sort of canyon pass. You can tell from certain like tells from the area that something did happen here, and if it is a ship crash, as you suspect, Dieselbub, it crashed very, very close to here. And in fact, as I'll even go farther to say, you can smell burning.
Okay. In this pass, is there only one way, like in and out, like a straight shot, or is it kind of broken up and has different entrances and exits and stuff like that?
It's kind of a straight shot. Well, I'll say that, yeah, there are like multiple entrances, but it all kind of funnels into a straight shot. And I want you to make I guess both you and Gopal, since you're already here and Ela's not here yet, you can both make a perception check.
Okay.
Cool. Perception was plus.
That's a 14 plus 4. I have an 18 total.
Okay, nice.
Lynn's really vibe checking us all.
I'm so sorry.
That's nice.
20, not natural, but
unnatural 20. All right.
No, not a natural 20. Unnatural.
I said unnatural.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, both of you pick up very, very quickly that you're not alone in the canyon. You hear voices. You hear someone confirm orders for kill on sight. Yeah.
Okay.
You hear at least 2 voices.
Do we hear what direction this stuff is coming from? Do we see them?
Yeah, it's coming like straight forward. As you guys are traversing this canyon, you notice that there are sort of 4 pillars in like dead center in front of you, and sort of like a triangular, not triangular, like diamond-like shape, where there's 1 pillar in front of you, 2 to the left and the right of that pillar in front of it, and then like another pillar sort of symmetrically across from it.
Right.
And they're coming from sort of like that center area in
Right.
between all the pillars.
Okay. So I think I immediately like pull the bike over, shut it off, stop it, get the engine to quiet down. And I think instinctively I look back to see if Ela's behind us. And she's not, or at least she's a little farther behind us. Like, is Ela close enough to see us, or is like she farther back?
She's about maybe 5 minutes away.
Okay, so she can't see us.
Can I like shoot her a telepathic message?
I'm pretty sure you have to see for telepathy. Let me check real quick.
Okay, cool.
I think there does have to be a visual for like level 1 telepathy. I think.
You can communicate with any creature within 30 feet for which you share a language with.
Okay, cool.
So currently, no.
Yeah. And the people that I communicate, is it one-way communication or can they share thoughts back?
Oh, you can communicate with as many people as you want, but it specifically says having open communication with multiple people is just as hard as talking to multiple people at once.
Right. Oh no, for Gopal, that's impossible.
Like, yes. But like, for instance, if I wanted to talk to Dieselbub, like, could Dieselbub share information back?
I don't think. Maybe. Let me see.
Read only or read and write?
I think it is. I think it is read and response. Like you can actually communicate. It says like you can communicate telepathically, and to me that reads as they can speak back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we can like hold a telepathic conversation, and then I can like read their thoughts enough to know what they're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
And then implant information into their brain. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think instead of like risking saying anything out loud, I'm going to try to communicate the information that Dieselbug probably already knows about. Like, I hear at least 2 voices. I think they're above us. Here's the things I heard them say about like the kill on site and stuff like that.
Dieselbug doesn't bother sending back a telepathic message. He just nods.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and reveal this area for you at the battle map if you want to transition to battle map, Cody.
Yep.
Is my camera not focusing on me, or is it just...
This area, probably this area you could see, and here's, like, this is basically what you see right now.
Right.
And you have heard those voices sort of in between those pillars.
Okay.
Okay. So we're kind of behind that one rock right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there, each of these blocks is 5 feet, right?
Yes, each of the blocks is 5 feet. And we're gonna put Ela all the way back here, just as representation that she's far away.
Mm-hmm. For each block that Ela crosses, that's a mile. Yeah, let's say throw him behind that rock there. I think all Dieselbub would do is like hide the rock while slowly moving forward, trying to see if he can't get like some kind of actual vision on these guys.
Okay.
Just slowly sneaking his way around the rock until he's able to see into that middle area that we haven't spotted yet.
Okay, I'm gonna do a perception
Maybe
roll.
on the
You
map
do.
going around the top.
I think by
rather than,
default,
like, going around like straight to the center.
I mean, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Gopal, you're conveying that to Dieselbub?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I think that's what he would do. He would take their advice on it and would go up through the top instead of down to the bottom.
Okay.
And can we tell what specifically kind of burning we smell?
Engineering check for Dieselbub?
Sure. Yeah, you can do engineering.
That's 5 plus 8, 13.
Yeah, that's an electric fire.
Gotcha. I relay that.
Cool.
Okay. If you're going to be sneaking to get a peek, go ahead and do a stealth roll against my perception check.
Mm-hmm. Do we still get the +2 for it being dark?
Yeah.
That's a 19 plus 9. That's a 28, fella.
You know what's better than a 28, Cody?
I swear to
A
God.
natural 20.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm
Fuck.
sorry. Can I reveal this roll to you? Is that a thing I can do?
I don't know if you can reveal rolls, but that sucks.
Hold on, let me see if I can drag it in it.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
That's not.
I made a
believe you.
commitment.
It's okay.
I believe you, but that makes me upsetty spaghetti, dude.
I made a commitment to myself. I said, you know what? I'm done fudging rolls. If the dice fall where they fall, that's going to be fate. And this is me fudging this roll. Just kidding. No, it's actually me being legit. I'm going to move you since you wanted to get sight over there. Gopal, were you following?
I'm gonna stay put for now to see if I can wait for Ela.
Okay. Let me reveal this whole area then before we get into combat.
Cool.
Reveal areas.
Cody's experiencing sad boy hours right now.
All right. So
It's a really good roll though, Cody.
as you see, in front of you there are two hobgoblin, what look to be like soldiers.
Mhm.
They're armed both with azimuth laser rifles,
Mhm.
and they see you, and immediately they raise their rifles. And Gopal and Dieselbub roll initiative.
Okay. Now to just verify, they have seen me. They have not seen Gopal because Gopal is not stealthed or moved.
Yeah, Gopal is completely stealth still.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that's a natural 20 on initiative.
Nice.
I got a 5 on initiative.
Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and put Gopal on top. Let me roll for these two gentlemen.
Ela just has to hang out in the back because combat takes all of 6 seconds per round. So unless
You're not gonna come in until
Gopal's driving at 600 miles per hour, they ain't getting here.
All right, let's do this +4. Just gonna... Whew, okay. Me +4.
So sad. I'm just
Okay.
sad.
Cool. What'd you roll again, Cody?
I rolled a 5 total.
Okay.
So go ahead and
see.
throw me at the bottom, homie.
Cody, high or low?
High.
1 second. All right, I just have a dice in front of me I can roll. Okay, cool. You get to go before one of the goblins or hobgoblins.
Okay, cool. So I'm second to last. Gotcha.
Yep. Let's see. 1 and Cody and Hob 2. Okay, cool. Gopal, it is your turn of combat. What do you want to do?
So the dumb thing that they want to do is try to talk things out with these people that have kill on sight orders.
If they don't see you, they can't kill you. So you stay hiding behind the rock and telepathically talk to them.
No, I have to make. No, we said within 30 feet. It doesn't have to be line of sight.
Yeah, it's within 30 feet. I would say it would make sense for you to like know what creature to communicate with. So I'll say you have to at least like have seen them once.
I was also about to
that
burst
makes
your
sense.
bubble and
Gotta
say you are more than 30 feet away from them according to the map. You're just outside of 30-foot range.
So if you'd like, you could maybe stealth check to sort of creep up on that corner of the pillar and get a look at them.
Mhm.
Yeah, or you can do something else. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Real quickly, Dieselbub does like shoot a message to Gopal. They see me.
Yeah. I'm assuming from like the clamoring that had probably just occurred, like that was the thing that happened.
Are you saying the 6'3" dude who rolled a 28 on his stealth check clamored?
What happened to Lynn's webcam?
Oh,
The internet is being weird.
yeah, it just gave out again. This is the second time this has happened.
Well, we're not on the webcam view. We're on the battle map view right now.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
coming back.
Okay.
This is why I'm glad that I'm doing audio through all of my stuff.
Yeah, my computer does not like this internet. I can use spells right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the spells that are above the first level are like cantrips where I can use them basically whenever.
Yeah, level 0 spells are cantrips. You can use them willy-nilly.
Cool. Well, I have this neat and nifty one called Ghost Sounds.
Yeah.
Ghost sounds.
Does ghost sounds mean that it only makes like ghost noises? Or
It lets you
I
make
can
an
it sound
illusionary
like whatever?
sound.
Cool. Okay.
I'm going to say you can't talk through it, but you can make automatopoeia.
Cool. Okay. I think I want to cast ghost sounds and make these two guards think that they heard an explosion from like the direction of the giant plume of dust.
I love the idea of this because he said specifically automatopoeia, so that means you're making a ghost sound of.
Gopal's gotten very good at like sound effects.
Okay, cool.
Gopal has studied sound effects.
So
Yes,
Gopal now
that
has
was
to roll a
my
performance
profession.
check for this, as well as.
Gopal uses math to make sound effects.
I mean, what is doing synth music if not using math to make sound?
Fuck! You're totally right.
You just got told
All
by
right.
your SO, son.
So you create this sound, and I'm going to do, let's say, will saving throws for both of these boys to get
Okay.
sort of fooled by this. Let me check their stat block real quick.
You need me to like roll to make a convincing like.
No. It's fine.
Wait, do it again, Lynn.
No.
Like they've heard the sound, but they have to have like this will saving throw to see if they, believe like are worried about it enough to take their eyes off of Dieselbub.
Okay. Cool.
Let's copy that. Make it quick. Okay. Yeah, they are not buying it, Chief. Like,
Better luck next time.
yeah, it's a better look next time type moment. Okay, so that is your action, but you can still move.
Okay. I am going to go move on the other side of the rock from where they have their attention on Dieselbub. So like
Okay.
going towards the center, I think.
All right. I'll tell you, even though they have their attention on Dieselbub, they'll probably notice movement and see you as well.
Stuff
Okay.
check.
Then I'll go like just close to the edge, but not all the way around yet. So still
Okay.
out of line of sight, but
All
easier
right.
access.
Azimuth
go ahead
laser
and-
pistols are fire, right?
Yeah, they do fire damage.
Okay.
And they're rifles, not pistols. So, can you move your token at all?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Like if you select like at the top left, it's like a little mouse button, and it does select / move if you hover over it.
Yep, that's what I'm on, and it.
Okay, so where exactly do you want to move again? I'll move for you.
Probably like, I guess would a square diagonal to the right be okay, or would they see me there?
Like there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'd say that doesn't like proc any sort of, check.
Okay, cool.
All right, is that your turn?
Probably, yeah.
All right. So the first hobgoblin is going to probably just shoot at you, Dieselbub, because he's kind of in a decent position.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and roll for him.
EAC?
It would be against your EAC. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah, it matches, so it hits.
Okay. Just do this. That would be.
How much damage am I taking, Chief?
You are taking 7 damage.
Oof. Well, buy stamina points.
But remember, you have resistance to fire damage as a tiefling.
-5.
So that first 5 damage gets absorbed.
Oh my god,
and
yes.
You only are dealt 2 damage.
Yeah, so that brings you down to 1 stamina point. Okay, cool. I just asked about that because I knew it was going to be a thing to deal with, and then I immediately forgot about it. All right.
Cool.
And stamina points work like, I'm guessing, like the shields in Borderlands or something like that, where your stamina points go down first and then hit points?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome.
So, Dieselpub, it is your turn now.
Okay, they haven't moved, and they're both right beside each other.
Yeah, they're diagonal like that.
Okay. Let's see. Grenades do 1d6, right?
Yes, in a 15-foot like circle from wherever they land.
And I can throw exactly 20 feet. So yeah, that would hit him. If I threw it straight down diagonal from where I am, right there in that square between those two, then yeah, I'd be able to hit both of them. Yeah, I'm going to throw one of my 3 frag grenades into the middle of them, and hopefully.
1 second. I'm 1, 2, 3. It would. How do you ping? Do you know, like a map location?
A right click maybe? No.
Nope.
You were doing it a second ago.
Well, that was Lynn doing it.
That was pinging.
If you were throwing diagonally, it would. I'm just going to move the goblin here. It would land like here, or like 20 feet. It would land here, which would still get them in the blast. I just don't want you to think you would be throwing it here.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's where I was aiming. All right.
Yeah, it would still be within the range if it hits.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to throw down there, and that is a ranged attack, correct?
It would be a throw attack. So you see, I have it in your character sheet, the frag grenade.
Yeah, so plus
so
0.
you'd get
Okay. Yeah. All right. Chuck the nady boy. Fuck! Are you serious?
So Cody has rolled a natural 1.
Oh my god! Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, so what happens is you throw the grenade, and it clips the pillar that they're next to, lands at its base, and explodes, causing the pillar to fall, and basically blocks off. I'll just hide the area, and it'll be, blocked off. It blocks off this sort of
like the gap between those 2 pillars?
Yeah, basically this area is blocked off.
Oh.
Okay.
The gap between that first pillar. So basically your line of sight is obscured right from them.
Right. I mean, it wasted a grenade, but like at least they can't hit me either. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah. I wasn't going to have the grenade blow up in your hand.
Thanks, bud. Immediate crit fail. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use my movement. And I don't want to get quite in line of sight of them yet, because I still want to use my movement for the next turn to get to where I can actually hit them. But I want to move.
Remember that your movement can be used to control Wrecker as well. I'll just throw that out there.
That's true. And Wrecker's not on the map right now.
He would spawn right next to you when you decide to move him.
Okay. In that case, I would. I won't spawn. I won't spawn Wrecker in yet. I'm gonna move Dieselbub up. Up 1 and to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 tiles, and that would put me at the top of that. The top of that middle pillar there.
Okay.
That way, I can kind of see one of them, but now on my next turn, I have enough movement to where if I need to move, I can. But yeah,
Right.
that's where I'm heading.
Okay. So you'd use your movement. Hold on, I didn't mean to hide that area. Let me Control Z that. Oh, whoops! I moved the goblin. Uh oh. Let me just fix that. Okay, awesome. So you were talking about like.
Yes, right there, exactly.
Okay, cool. Set your turn.
Yep.
All right, awesome. We're going to go to that second hobgoblin who is going to sort of move over here. And then he's going to shoot at you with his laser rifle.
Okay.
Cool. Does 19 hit?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Plus. Cool. It does no damage to you because he rolled a 1 plus 1 is 2, and you absorb basically the damage.
Thank God. So happy I'm a demonic spawn.
Okay. It's like being shot with like a rubber band being flicked from somebody's finger. That's going to be his turn, and we're going to go to Ela. Ela, you have just arrived.
So what I want to do, I'm not sure if this will take one turn to do this movement or multiple turns, but what I want to do is just like, because I assume I have my bat on me, probably like on my back. I'm going to pull out my barbed wire bat and like hold it out like a jockey, like as I'm on the scooter, and I want to just like run by one of the goblins and just like fucking clothesline him.
Okay, I'm going to say since you're on.
I guess first I should do.
Since you're on the scooter, I'm going to say that you have like a double movement speed. So you want to move. You have 60 movement speed, which means you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing math in my head. Oh man,
he's got six, he's got 6 more.
Yep.
Yeah, I have 6 more.
2, 3, 4, 5, and from here, since you're 5 feet from the enemy, you can hit them. If you want to hit this one.
Yeah, so I just want to like go. I want to go past him. So I guess next turn I want to say like I'm locked in to moving, unless I want to like jump off the scooter.
Okay, so you don't want to make
I just want to like.
You want to make.
So I want to basically like, I want to clothesline him with my bat as I'm running past him.
Okay.
On my scooter.
You can make an attack roll with a -2 to it since you're going at a high speed.
All right. Let me just look for.
I think it's just roll the hit first.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if there's any. Oh, I guess my attack bonus is 1. So it'd be -2 then? Was it a -3?
It was -2.
Oh.
So you have a negative
-1
1 attack bonus right now.
Yeah. Here we go. It's a 14.
Okay. A 14 hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
I'm so sad
right.
because I just wanted to shoot him. I just wanted to throw grenades at them, and then this motherfucker rolls up on a bike and does a sick, like, bat maneuver.
For 6 damage.
Hey, that's better than what I've put on the board. Literally nothing.
Since you're going a high speed, I'll add, since you got like a -2, I'll add 2 to that. So 8 damage.
Rad. So Ayla's just like yelling like, fuck you! And just...
All right.
You yelled so hard my internet gave out again.
Damn.
Nice.
I scared it.
All right. So we're back to the top now with Gopal.
Okie dokie.
Does he manage to like stand his ground as I like go past him?
You just took him down. I don't think you like dragged him with you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm gonna say he didn't even really get knocked prone since I already gave you like quite a little bit of boosted damage. But you do fair. You hit him and it like spins him like in place. Like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
All right.
It's back.
So yeah, we're back to Gopal. What's the T, Gopal? What are you gonna do?
What's the T? Can you tell me what energy ray does?
All
I
right,
don't
Lynn.
quite remember that one.
I would say this to anybody, no matter if they're or not. As a spellcaster, I can't remember all your spells. You got to write them down and keep up with them.
Yeah, okay.
But I can tell you that Energy Ray. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it does a D3 of damage, and you can choose for it to be certain types of damage.
Okay.
Let me see.
I think I'll just use.
Okay, it says when you cast this spell, choose acid, cold, electricity, or fire. The spell gains that descriptor. If you fire a ray at the target, you must make a ranged attack against its EAC. On hit, the ray deals 1d3 of the chosen energy type.
Cool. I think I want to use my semi-auto pistol.
Okay. I would say right now your line of sight is obscured because you are
so
behind
probably
that pillar.
move a little bit and then.
Couple's got a gun. These hobgoblins on the run.
No, they're ride or
like
die.
Gopal
They
with
will
the
die
gun.
here.
Gopal with a gun is like the same energy as Kirby with a gun.
Yeah, so which goblin or hobgoblin are you attacking? The one that Ela struck or the one that is sort of behind the one Ela struck?
I think I'll go with the one that Ela struck. Is Ela like in the way of that shot? I know like on the map she's kind of since she's a moving target.
Unless disastrous consequences happen, she will not get hit.
Cool. Okay. We'll go with that then. So roll the hit first.
Okay.
Don't be like me.
I'm trying to spare you all and use only my right hand.
You guys should make macros
I think
for this
we're on the
post
map.
show.
The right hand, not the vibe check hand.
Yes.
Vibe check
so
is only on the left side.
I rolled
Ride
an
with-
11 to hit.
Ride with my right hand, die by my vibe check left hand.
All right, what'd you roll, Lynn?
11.
Plus anything?
Oh,
Range attack
did we
modifier?
get anything for like roll to hit?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
your range
it's
attacks.
it's where your weapons are, below.
Oh
your,
yes, Dex mod is +1, so 12.
A 12 KAC does not hit.
Damn. Okay.
So you fire, and they are now acutely aware where you are.
Shit. Okay.
Speaking of which, Hobgoblin. Oh, by the way, Ela, if you were riding past, I'm gonna put you over here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to let's say I bail before as the thing sort of crashes into the wall because I don't have much control over this. I didn't have much foresight there. I'm like, ah.
I'm gonna
And
say
then
you
I'm
did
like,
like a sick
I
like.
see the walls coming towards me.
I'm gonna say you did like a sick turn slide.
Akira
Oh
ass.
hell yeah, I'm okay looking cool.
Yeah. Okay. So this goblin is very upset at you currently, and he is going to fire at you. Let's see. That would be. Oh, whoops! That is not right. I did a bad formula. Okay. Does a 25 hit?
I don't think so. No, okay, it absolutely does.
Is that an unnatural 25?
That is a unnatural 25.
Oh well, you're saved that at least.
So yeah, it does
This
6
man is
damage
like
to you.
a +6 to hit.
Oh,
6
yeah,
damage. Oh boy.
He has a +8 to hit. He is a trained soldier.
Oh yeah. Okay, where's my health? Stamina. What was that? 6?
Yep, 6.
Oh, and that knocks out all of my stamina but 1.
Yeah, it definitely knocks the wind out of you.
Are these CR1
yeah.
creatures?
No, yeah, these are CR1 creatures.
Ela
Cool, Starfinder.
looks considerably less cool when she takes that hit.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I look less cool when I'm getting shot than whenever I'm hitting people with a bat on a motorcycle. Weird how that happens.
I mean, imagine being like so alpha that you can just look cool while getting shot at.
Never refer to yourself as alpha ever again.
All right,
Good point.
we're gonna be going to Diesel Bub.
Yep. Dieselbub is just going to. He sees that this first one's probably still a little bit dizzy from getting absolutely clobbered by Ela on a bike. And he's gonna play it safe on this one and just whip out his semi-auto and rat-a-tat-tat, pull out the blippy and blap him.
Okay, I would say you'd probably need to move to the space next to you to hit him.
I will move one space next to me to hit him.
Okay.
And then I'll pull out the blicky and give him a licky. That's 15 plus 3. That's an 18 total.
It hits. It hits.
All right, 1d6 piercing.
Please stop talking.
It hits. Now please go away.
Okay, that's 3 plus my attack bonus. 6 damage. 6 damage.
Your attack bonus. No. It
His attack bonus just to hit?
Yeah, just a hit.
Okay, so yeah, just
So
3.
it's just... Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Please tell me it's dead.
No. It's below halfway, I'll tell you that.
Oh, good, it's bloody. Thank God.
Yeah.
You did it.
We're going to move to that second hobgoblin who is going to deal with this Ela threat by moving forward one space and attacking you with his tactical
This
knife.
Ela threat.
Yep.
Oh, you about to get...
Oh, I'm about to get fucking shanked.
Yep.
I mean, Ela's used to it at this point. She's been shanked too many
Good news
times.
and bad news. Its attack modifier with a knife, not as good as with the gun. He didn't do too much training with a knife. He still rolled a 22. So get ready to be cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to do 4 damage to you.
All right. 4 damage it is.
So he gives you that slish slash.
Slish slash. Ela has a gash.
Damn. Poetry.
Really, you're gonna get mad at my blicky joke, but not at the swish slash?
I mean, I feel like silence is probably a worse reaction, to be honest.
Oh my
God. Okay, and he's not really. He already used his
time.
action, so we're gonna go down to Ela.
All right, Ela's just gonna like bonk.
Okay.
Boom.
Go ahead.
Is it a 2 to hit with me? It's a no, +1. Ela's
A 7 does not hit.
She's absolutely off kilter.
Okay. This is not looking good for Ela. I'll say that much. But it also
No, it's not.
Because you've been shot and stabbed, and you're trying to do combat. Gopal, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for another semi-auto pistol. So I'm gonna shoot at the already damaged one.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one hasn't taken damage, right?
Yeah, the other one, the one that just stabbed Ela, is not taking damage.
Okay.
Also, when Ela misses, she's just gonna like yell at the boat, like point at the both of them, like "Fucking help me out here!"
Okay.
And
Probably
I'm just gonna,
cough up a little blood.
telepathically yell at Ela, "I'm doing my best."
Ela's just gonna like snarl.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough free action. All right, go ahead, Gopal. What's the plan?
So I had a 16 to hit.
Mm-hmm. For which goblin? The one that stabbed Ela?
The closer one, the one that's taken damage.
Okay, yeah, that definitely does hit.
Cool. And that is a 1d6. So hate typing with my hand.
They can't see your camera.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So it's a 5.
All right, 5 damage. At this point, he's pretty worse for wear.
All right.
Like
Thank
he's
God.
barely standing up. All right. Do you want to do anything for your movement action?
Yeah, let's scoot behind this other rock here. That one on the very bottom.
This one down here.
Yeah, if I can like go in between like the rock that's connected to
Yeah,
the wall, and then
yeah.
like that.
So okay, cool. That's enough movement space.
Perfect.
So you scoot in between the cliff side and the bottommost pillar. Cool.
I
Yeah.
straight thought Gopal was just gonna hide between the rocks and be like, "Fuck you guys."
Gopal's ride or die. She wouldn't, or they wouldn't do that. Okay. It is now Hobgoblin 1. He is going to probably, since he and Dieselbub are now doing this like gunslinger, like parallel from each other, he's going to draw on you. Actually, he's not very much convinced with the power of his laser rifle, considering you just shrugged off being shot. So he's going to rush you with his knife.
Oh,
Fun new tactic.
gotcha.
23 hits. I'm sorry I'm rolling so good.
Yeah, bud.
But if I get the good rolls out of the way now,
No, that's
Fight
not
the
how
arbiter.
that fucking works.
when you fight the arbiter of the destruction of all of existence, maybe he'll crit fail a lot.
Oh my god, Max, spoiler alert.
I literally talked about it in the pre-show.
How hitty am I getting right now?
Yeah, good question.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my stamina points a 0.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally did the wrong dice. Unless you want to take 10 damage. Do you want to take 10 damage?
Not particularly, no.
You want to take 10 damage.
Cool. You take 7 damage instead.
Christ, alright. Yo,
Sorry.
your boy DB is looking real dead beat right now.
All right. Let's see.
Cody, how much health does Dieselboat have left right now?
4.
4. Explain. That's not what I have.
Well, you guys, you did 5 points of stamina damage on one hit.
That first hit, yeah.
Yeah. Then you did 2 points. Wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, you are at 4 health. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So
I
it's
didn't
going to
know.
go down to
Currently in. Oh, I didn't know I was that close to killing my player yet. GM mode. All right.
if only you guys had a 4th companion that is completely a drone. So speaking of which, Cody, it's going to be your turn now.
The worst part is I can't move and activate my drone at the same time. So it's like, oh, okay. The drone doesn't act as a 4th player. He still takes up my actions, doesn't he?
No. His action is literally your movement. Like you can sacrifice your movement to have him attack and stuff.
Yeah, but that means I have to move to get away from whatever.
Oh, if you leave, he has a attack of opportunity if you leave the combat range.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
unless you take the opportunity to disengage and everything.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cody. It's your character, not mine.
I mean, literally the only thing I can do is shoot him and hope he dies instead of me dying. Yeah,
You don't
alright.
have to shoot him. You have your wrench too.
Oh, my wrench.
Your oversized monkey wrench.
Yeah, it does not hit like the, I don't have any bonuses to it, so that's a risk that won't work.
He is very close to dead.
Well, yeah, but like, they do, my gun and my wrench do the same damage, but my gun has a +3 attack bonus to hit, so why would I swing my thing? Yeah. Anyways, roll to hit. That's an 18 + 3, 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Damage 5.
Okay, 5 points. Cody, how do you want to do this?
I mean, I assume that he still has, like, I assume, like, mid-stab, like, Dieselbub just, like, reacts and puts his pistol up to his chest and just shoots him.
All right, cool. Whenever I say, how do you want to do this, the enemy is dead, and you are describing the killing blow.
Yeah, I picked that up.
Okay.
Sick,
Cool.
though. I'm also going to use my movement, since I didn't move. I'm going to use my movement to deploy Wrecker and send it down next to the hobgoblin that Ela is currently next to.
All right, let me just get Wrecker out here.
Wait. Right. I forgot.
Squishy.
Seeing the picture of this stock
Forgot about the thing.
So if you guys are listening to this and you're not watching it on YouTube, this might be worth going to watch on YouTube just for that little bit right there. Oh my god. So good. Oh.
Yeah, just saying Wrecker's image right now for those watching.
No.
No,
If they want to see it, they have to go to
They have to
YouTube.
go.
Oh, okay.
We gotta get them clicks,
They
Cullen.
gotta.
All right,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's your movement. So what does Wrecker do?
He's going to just move down 2 and right 1 so that he's on the other side of the hobgoblin, kind of semi-boxing him in.
Okay.
Yep.
You're gonna do an action with him or what?
Oh, I get an action with Wrecker?
Yeah, your movement is you literally on your fucking like controller pad, like
Okay.
controlling him.
Sick. Yeah, I'm just gonna use Wrecker's. You said he's better with the knife than the gun, right?
I would say from your own personal observations, yeah, you seem to have more effectiveness with the knife.
Yeah, he's gonna stabby.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Roll to hit. That's a 9 plus. I don't have Wrecker's character sheet up because I didn't know I got it yet.
You gotta have it up.
Yeah, I know. Where's Wrecker's character sheet? You said you put it in.
It's a +3. It's in the chat.
Okay, so yeah, 11. That's gonna be a miss.
Yes,
It's
it is a miss. Yeah. Yeah. So now it moves down to Hobgoblin 2. He is very astounded that this robot is in front of him, and he is going to shoot it.
Please don't shoot my baby boy.
Okay. So he aims the rifle like dead at Wrecker, like right up to Wrecker's not face. And when he pulls the trigger, it blasts, and because of the way it hits it, and because it's a laser weapon, it ricochets. And it ends up blasting back at him, doing...
Nice, he crit failed.
I thought you were gonna say that it like ricocheted and then hit Ela.
No, it does 7 damage to him.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, and now
Good
it is
boy,
going to be Ela's
Wrecker.
turn. Wrecker did nothing. Yay!
Honestly,
Alright,
getting shot was more than Daddy did, so.
So, what this? All right, Ela's just gonna keep on trying and swing at this boy with her freaking bat again, just like yelling,
Screaming and bleeding.
Yeah, basically.
All right, go ahead and try to hit him.
Just all of the expletives, including just like devolving into just like Yosoki.
Mhm.
You know, like when like someone gets so angry that they start to speak in their native language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing that. She's not happy. She gets a 6.
Woo!
She's really angry apparently and cannot aim
So what happens
with a
is
bat right next to this man.
what happens is he shoots Wrecker. It ricochets, hits him, and he gets knocked back almost as you swing your bat, and he ends up like ducking under it, kind of because of being
Yeah.
knocked back by the blast.
Hey, man, Wrecker gives and takes,
Just-
man.
Fuck.
All right, Gopal, it's your turn.
Okie dokie.
I
Gopal says
imagine
that.
Gopal says that out loud.
Gopal
Okie dokie.
just like sees all of their friends and just like kind of hunky dory, like okie dokie. And my friends are being shot. I keep failing with this rifle or semi-auto pistol. Sorry,
Mhm.
but I think we're gonna just give it another go.
Okay.
That is a
By the way, keep track of
129.
your ammo. All of you.
Yes,
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, the bat ammo.
that is
Yeah.
a 17.
Bammo.
Okay, 17. That does hit.
Nice. Okay, and then 1d6. That is
4
a 4.
damage. Nice. So yeah, you plant one right in his back.
Cool.
Nice. Now we go down to Dieselbub.
Yep. Dieselbub's going to stay at this.
By the way, you can attack diagonally. So if you want to move down here and attack with your wrench, that's perfectly available. And I want that to be known for future reference. You can attack a diagonal square with melee.
Sure. I was gonna stay marginally safe where I'm at and just shoot him.
Okay.
That way I don't have to worry about Dieselbub getting close for a melee hit. Since at the very least I have a decent chance of shrugging off, a rifle shot. Not so much a knife stab. But yeah, I'm gonna go to shoot with Dieselbub. That's 13 plus 3, 16.
Okay, yeah, 16 hits.
All right, that is 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Pretty neat. You clip his shoulder.
All right, and then I'm going to use my movement to utilize Wrecker, and Wrecker is going to, try and give this boy a stabby stab. So roll that. That is a 6. No stabby stab.
Nope, no stab.
Okay. Wrecker is going to whine dejectedly. Wee-oo. Okay.
So it's going to go down to him, and observing his surroundings, he's going to retreat. He's just going to run away. And since he's leaving Wrecker's... Since, I don't know, would the drone get an attack of opportunity? Because you're controlling him, and it's not like a reaction thing. I'm going to say yes for right now, and I'll fact check it later.
All right. Well, taking that attack of opportunity, he's going to give another stabby stab.
Okay.
That's a 13 plus 3, 16.
That does hit.
And a d4 plus 2. That's 4 points damage.
All right, cool. So you do stab him, and he kind of almost falls when you do that, but he continues to move forward. And Ela, since he has now left your line of melee combat, you can do the attack of opportunity.
You know what? Sure, yeah. Ela's just gonna, as he's running away, Ela's just gonna try to fling the bat at him.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be a throw attack.
Yeah. How does that work mechanically?
I would say it would be
throw an attack right there.
Yeah, you have an attack bonus for that.
Yeah. Okay, so so same as the melee attack for me. Nice, that's a 5.
Okay, so you throw your bat and you miss. And the bat is going to be... I'll just use the gray out, the hide area thing to show you where the bat is now.
Yeah.
It's basically over here.
That makes sense.
All right. So we go down to Ela now. It is your turn now officially.
All right. Ela's pissed. She's just going to run at that goblin and just try to claw his eyes out.
You're not going to just try to shoot him?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ela's angry.
All right. I'll move you towards him.
An angry rat. An ang furry.
What's default unarmed?
It would be your melee attack. And it would
Okay.
be-
Wait.
and I think unarmed is. I think it's just 1 damage plus your strength modifier, but let me check.
I believe unarmed is 1d4.
Yeah, if it's like
It's 1d3. It's 1d3 bludgeoning plus.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, that's a 17, so I assume that hits. So
It does hit.
that's
a
1
one.
damage.
Yep. You punch him. You donkey punch him in the back of the head, and he is continuing to panic and flee. Gopal, it's your turn.
Okay. I want to look and see, like, equipment. Like, if I have anything that I can throw at him that would like stop his path. Or like, how in general, like, is he looking health-wise? Is he like?
You currently
Under
cannot
that?
see him because of the pillar that is in between
Oh
you.
shoot, the other rock. Okay, let's move into line of sight.
Probably this would be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And how is he looking?
He is like literally, he's dragging 1 foot. He's holding in his guts. He is
Cool.
on his last limbs of life.
Okay. We will. Yeah, we'll give that semi-auto pistol another shot. So
Okay.
I get it.
Damn, I was hoping you would energy ray him to death.
That's what I was banking on, honestly.
Just like look at him and microwave him. Leave him behind.
I'm gonna microwave him with freeze damage.
Okay, that is a 14.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll damage.
Awesome. Cool. That is a
All
4.
Gopal, how do you want to do this?
Very like kind of dramatic cop style because Gopal is still learning their way around a gun, but like the whole like very much bracing themselves for it and like staring down the little sight on the top of the gun very hard.
What's that
very
noise?
Focused.
Yeah, what is that noise,
What?
guys? There was like a what is that?
Clicking?
This?
It sounded like something
You're
bumping
talking
up
about
against
this?
a microphone.
Yeah. I don't hear it
Oh,
anymore. Let's
wait.
keep moving.
Yep.
Okay, it might have been me. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Cullen was kind of close to his mic.
Yeah,
But
dramatic
yeah,
cop yeah, go ahead.
Very nervous cop shooting, but trying their best to protect their friends. And we're just gonna gun this sucker down.
All right. So you do that, and he falls dead. You guys have survived this first combat encounter. Yay!
Okay. Dieselbub, Dieselbub, yay! Dieselbub holding his own very pentively awful wounds. Immediately wants to go and be like searching those guys for some kind of med kit or anything to help his body out.
Yeah, sure. Do a random d20 just for luck.
Okay. D20. 13.
Okay. You don't necessarily find any med kits.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would have used it on themselves if they had it.
Mm-hmm.
But you rolled above a 10. So how about I give you, while you were searching, you notice that their armor has nothing really to do with within the Ring of Fire. Because, like, I'll say that, like, Ela told you about, like, what she learned from Space TMZ about that.
Right.
Yeah, immediately after the combat, I'm just gonna like, hey, Dieselbub. Fucking hold on, one more time. Hey,
Dieselbab?
Dieselbub, you cunt! You made me fucking miss. just like angry.
Dieselbub just
Because
shoots.
Dieselbub's shot made me miss or
Right.
Hila thinks that Dieselbub's shot made her miss.
Yeah.
Wait, the bat throw?
No,
No.
the bot shooting
When
the
the
goblin.
yeah, because he shot the bot and it reflected off the bot and shot him.
No, sorry, the bot hitting the goblin and the
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Bat
Yeah.
throw.
Anyways,
No.
not the bat throw.
anyways, Dieselbub just shoots her a side eye and just scowls a little bit. Doesn't really harp on it or anything. But while he's searching through the bodies, he picks up one of the laser rifles. And how much, like, if I pick up one of the rifles, how much ammunition and such does it have with it?
Look at me, a hypocrite. I didn't keep up with their fucking ammo. I'm gonna say it has about 10 rounds of ammo left
Okay,
in the
so
magazine.
azimuth laser rifle. Do we have the stats on that?
Yeah, it's a D8. Yeah, it's just a D8.
Okay.
But I will say I do not think you have proficiency in long arms. You might though.
But light arm, small arm. Yeah, no. But I will hold on to it just to say that I have it.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Any credits or anything on them?
No, they were very like strapped. I will say, like not strapped as in like had a bunch, but they were like strapped with like the guns, but that's it.
Right.
But you do notice on their armor, there's a little what looks to be like a fireball sort of emblem, but the fireball itself is this very sort of light, sort of pastel blue. And something about it seems very familiar to you.
Fireball emblem. Okay. Last thing Dieselbub wants to do. Can I roll a medicine check to get some hit points back?
Sure. I'll say you can try to bandage yourself with stuff like with just like maybe
Yeah. I know
maybe
that's a
you rip off a
mechanic.
part of your shirt.
I know
Yeah.
that's a mechanic in Starfinder. I just don't know the exact details for it. That's
May I?
only an 11 total.
No, you're not really bleeding anymore.
Okay.
So, you know.
All right. Us hang out. Okay. What I will do is I will use one of my only resolve point and get my stamina points back. Or we have to do it in a short rest, don't we?
Yeah, you'd have to do a short rest. And you guys
Okay.
haven't even made it to the crash site yet.
No.
And I think once we get to the crash site, I'm going to call it, but
Yeah.
we can still do that.
Okay.
I hope that ambulance is saving somebody right now.
Probably that's what the sound
I
normally
hope they
means.
are. I thought we'd be free of those in this other apartment, but
People getting hurt
apparently
and
not.
shit.
It is
How rude.
people getting hurt and shit. How rude of them. Yeah. Don't they know we're making a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Yeah. Anyways,
guys,
yeah.
I'm holding my bloody stubs. What do y'all want to do?
Can I also try to fix myself up?
Sure. If everyone wants to do a medicine roll, go ahead. Except for Gopal, who was not damaged during that fight
Yeah,
because they played
crazy.
it very
No.
low key.
Crazy how Copel's perfectly fine.
Alright, that's a 9.
Oh god.
I just, chilled behind some rocks.
Yeah, just shot from a distance like a brave captain.
Strategy, what's that?
I think Gopal has more strategy than Ela.
Yeah, Ela, the same thing with like medicine check. It's you're not bleeding anymore, but you're not feeling any better.
All right.
No, I am not.
Dieselbub just kind of looks around, sees that we got 2 bodies here. But also knows that since he can smell the electric fire, that we're pretty close to it. He keeps Wrecker out in front of him, but he looks at the others. He looks at the other 2 and says, "Come on, we ought to get going."
We should hide these somewhere, though. Like, is there any, shrubbery or, a little rock crevice or something so they're not in plain sight, so if more people come, they're not going to suspect that others are already here?
What about where, an
I
accident?
mean, what if we leave them as a warning for others?
But then they know what to expect.
A
They know
warning,
they know someone came through and
a warning
wrecked
to
their
what?
shit.
The entire Redmire guard? I don't think that's going to play out, Ela.
Hmm.
I don't think we got to worry too much about the blood because, Redmire. But I did knock that pillar down back there. Maybe we can chunk them behind that.
That would work.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does that take us, Mac?
What?
Start-
Explain exactly what's happening.
We are hiding the bodies behind the pillar. Kind of the same path that Dieselbub took to get there. We're hiding them behind the pillar. Basically
Okay,
banking on them making a straight shot instead of, fanning out and searching the area. Because military bodies don't do that.
I mean, it's called dead weight for a reason, so it takes you maybe like a minute to get both bodies over there.
Uh-huh. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah. All right. Anything else we need to take care of?
I just kind of like kick around at the ground to like stir up the tiniest bit of dust to hide the probably massive amounts of blood that we just created. But
Okay.
I think that should be fine.
All right. So yeah,
Mila's I want to try to like hide my bike somewhere, or hide my scooter somewhere, because
And hide them by the bodies, I guess. There's not like a ton of places to hide in this canyon.
yeah.
We could
Actually,
say
I'll take my scooter. I'll jump on my scooter and sort of just go
Yeah, we
speed
can
off.
take the scooters up to the crash. just
Hop
so we
on my
have
bike and
those.
ride. Yeah, all right. That sounds good. Dieselbub goes with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like hop on my scooter as I scooter past my bat, just like pick it up off the ground.
All right. Yeah, so we're heading in the direction of the electrical fire. Dieselbub leading, but probably keeping Wrecker in front of them. Because, 4 hit points.
All right. So as you approach this crash site, you do see the remains of what looked to be a smaller scale ship. It is kind of discreet. There's nothing that stands out about it. But something that really stands out to you outside of the ship is the fact that there are groups of Redmire guards taking parts. They arrived on hovercraft while you were fighting, and you guys are late to the party on this one.
They don't see us yet?
They see you, but they don't really care. Like, you guys can try to like pick some stuff if you want before they get it. I'll give you that opportunity.
Okay.
Like, do I think they'll like care that I pick stuff?
They would object to it, but if you're fast enough, like, you could just like, they're not going to like hunt you down over it. They're parts of a broken ship.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I see anything that looks particularly worth grabbing.
I mean, you would know what parts are missing from the ship, and if you all want to try to do that, I'll go ahead and say that you do get most of the parts you need. I like smaller stuff.
Yeah, I want to just like run by and grab the thing that the easiest thing to carry that is like the most important small thing I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, Dieselbub follows
Make like
on
a
that.
value call.
Okay. So
Maybe
like
he
I
sends
said,
Record in to grab something else too.
yeah, you can have Wrecker like take something heavier and just like walk speed and overnight it,
Yeah.
So between all of you, you scrounge together the most of the parts that you actually need. The only thing that's really holding you back right now is my notes. The energy reactor, the whole thing that like powers the ship. That's like probably the hardest thing to come by. You found a gravitational regulator that keeps like the ship having its own gravity on the inside. And finally, the oxygen filtrator, to have breathable air inside the ship.
Yep.
All very important things.
What was the first one?
The energy reactor.
Energy core.
Yeah, energy
All
core.
very important things. What was the first one?
I'm just writing them down.
Yeah.
And I will say, while you're doing this, you notice these parts being transported. Like, these parts do exist. It's
Okay.
just your job to get them some way.
Are they being transported out of the gully like right now as we speak? Like they're being transported to Redmire?
Yeah.
Huh.
But you know that these, because of like how important these parts are, they will object to it because they could probably do a lot of work with like a starship's whole ass like energy core, or
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't expecting that. So how many, like, what's the security detail on these parts? Are they all being moved at the same time? Are they all on one?
Yeah, they're being moved at the same time.
And what's the detail like?
About half a dozen guards.
6. Yeah, we can't fight that. Not guards. Is it moving fast, like, hover vehicle speed, or is it moving slow?
They don't move fast because they got to make sure these parts get there in one piece, but they move decent enough.
Okay.
Like maybe 20 miles an hour.
Okay. Decent Bub just kind of like opens his head up and shoots a message to Gopal, hoping that they pick it up. What do you think?
I'm trying to like, because if we could get those parts like here and now and like get off of this horrible dusty orb, obviously that's the end goal here. But 6 people, and we're already pretty hurting. Is there anything that we could quick like rig up that we could maybe like toss? How are these things being transported, first of all? Is it like in like a little like wheelbarrow
hover
type thing?
It's like their hovercrafts have like little hover trailers behind them.
Cool. Okay.
Hover trailers.
I want to see if there's anything that I can like rig up that I can like basically put a tracker on it.
Do you have any spells that do that?
Spells. Let's see here.
Keep in mind, you are a 100% spellcaster.
How many feet is it from us right now?
I would say from the crash, it's been moving for a little bit, probably 6.
From us? 60 feet from us?
Yeah, because like, it's like they're still like getting the stuff set up before they can like start shipping it out.
Without any prompting, Ela's just gonna like shoot a flare gun to try to distract
No,
them away.
No. Diesel Bub, like, no. I have a plan. What?
She sadly puts down her flare gun.
What direction do they have to go? They have to go our way, right, to get out of here, because everything goes into that one path? Like, how do they have to get out of here?
They didn't come this like the way that you came because they didn't show up when you guys were fighting.
Okay.
So they wouldn't have to go that way.
On my scooter, I can move 60 feet and still have an action on a scooter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Diesel Bub already like frustrated but thinking he can do this. Looks at the others. Shoots Gopal a message, stay right on me. And he hops onto his scooter, guns it for the security, like guns it for that detail.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he gets next to it, he uses Fiendish Gloom. As a standard action, the creature can create a 20-foot radius of darkness centered on itself, which negates the effect of all non-magical light sources in that area. This darkness lasts for a number of minutes equal to the creature's CR, my level, and the creature can dismiss this effect as a standard action. He wants to fill this place up with darkness and then try and fight for control of the vehicle. Assuming that they can't see him because, non-magical light and it's nighttime.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to say that it works. There's darkness around, including you. It's dark for you as well.
Well, I have dark vision, so I have dark vision 60 feet, as do Asoki's. I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use. So with that, he's gonna try and break into the truck.
Okay. I don't know what I'd have you roll. I'm going to say go ahead and do roll to attack the driver.
Okay. And since I'm on my bike, I'll say that I'm trying to maybe just shoot him.
Okay.
17 plus 3. That's 20.
Okay.
Nice.
And
that hits.
Yeah, 3 points of damage.
Okay. So you hit Zot for 3 points of damage.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's going to try to attack you, obviously with some penalties, because he's basically blind at this point. I don't think Lashuntas have dark vision. Actually, I could check that. I could check Gopal's page. Nope, no dark vision.
Okay.
So let's see.
Also, I forget whose headcanon it is. I think Cameron Lauder from Loading Ready Run, but his headcanon is that dark vision means that they can see in the infrared spectrum.
Oh,
so
that's
if you have dark vision, you can tell if coals are hot.
Right.
Because you can see into infrared.
Okay, that's interesting.
All right. So in the darkness, I'm going to say this is from Gopal's POV. As someone who is looking at this dark mass, you hear a gunshot and a cry of pain before seeing the bright yellow light of a Solarian saber just illuminate through the darkness.
Oh no. It's not the Solarian?
Yeah, and
motherfucker.
You hear him say you're under arrest right before Dieselbub, the saber, pierces your abdomen for 4 damage.
Oh, but it's fire damage, right?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I don't think it's specifically fire.
Okay.
Tanked by a blade of some sort.
Okay.
Dealing 4 damage, and everything goes black around you, Dieselbub.
Okay.
And that's where we're ending the session for tonight.
Okay. Alright. Well, Dieselbub has a hole in his stomach now. Cool beans.
Cool.
I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I write down
an aggressive start.
My stamina and my hit points are both flat zeros. I luckily have 1 resolve point.
Oh no!
I have a resolve point, so I can stabilize. But boy, that sucks.
Yep. All right. So, congratulations, you guys survived your first fight, and I set it up to where it has
survived.
It had enough XP in it for you guys to level up to level 2.
Nice, level 2. Whoa!
I hate being on level 1 because it sucks.
Yeah, level 1 is time to die.